Brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. In 2025, we are going to face a decision, a choice that could alter the course of everything we've worked for. You see, you can't focus on results in this year, because if you do, you'll miss the lesson in the making. So many of us have been looking for results, expecting them to come overnight, but hear me when I tell you it doesn't work that way. When we talk about shifting your focus from immediate outcomes, we must first understand how ingrained the desire for instant gratification has become in our lives. From technology to social media, we are constantly bombarded with immediate results, quick fixes, and instant feedback. We've become conditioned to expect fast returns for every effort, but life doesn't always work that way. Sometimes the most meaningful outcomes take time to materialize, and the seeds we plant today won't bear fruit until later. The question is, can you remain committed when you don't see immediate results? The reality is that true success is often a slow, steady process. Every great achievement, every breakthrough is the culmination of countless moments that may seem insignificant at the time. When you're constantly chasing after the next result, you lose sight of the journey, the very thing that prepares you for the success you seek. If you're only focused on the destination, you may miss the lessons in the process that are shaping you into the person you need to become in order to handle what lies ahead. The real value lies not in how fast things happen, but in how deep you allow the experience to transform you. As you move forward in 2025, you must change your perspective. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate returns on your investment of time, effort, or resources. But think about it, true mastery, real expertise, and sustainable success aren't built overnight. They're crafted through patience, consistency, and perseverance. It's in those moments where things seem still that the groundwork is being laid for something greater. The fruits of your labor will come, but they may not appear when you expect them. You have to trust the process and be willing to remain focused on the long-term vision, even when it feels like nothing is happening. When you shift your focus from immediate outcomes, you free yourself from the stress of constant comparison. How many times have you looked at someone else's progress and thought, why am I not there yet? It's easy to measure our own progress against the timelines of others, but we forget that everyone's journey is different. The pace of your progress isn't a reflection of your potential, it's a reflection of where you are in your own unique process. When you shift your focus away from the rush of immediate outcomes, you give yourself the freedom to evolve at your own pace without the pressure of unrealistic expectations. When you embrace the process over the product, you begin to understand that the journey itself is where growth occurs. We often become obsessed with the end goal of the product and lose sight of the significance of the steps it takes to get there. But if we only focus on the final result, we miss out on the transformation that happens along the way. The challenges, the setbacks, the learning moments, they are all part of shaping who you will become when you finally reach that destination. Embracing the process means recognizing that the path itself is just as important, if not more so, than the end product. The process is where your character is forged. It's easy to dream of success and envision the glory of achieving your goals, but what happens during the process is what molds your resilience, patience, and endurance. Every setback is an opportunity for growth. Every obstacle is a chance to learn something about yourself. In those moments where you feel like giving up or when the progress seems slow, you are being prepared for the greater responsibility that will come with success. It's in the struggle that you discover your true strength and capability, and without it, the product would be shallow and unsustainable. When you embrace the process, you also allow yourself to experience the richness of every moment. Life is not just about rushing to the finish line, it's about what you learn, who you meet, and how you change along the way. If you focus solely on the product, you may overlook the small victories and blessings that happen day by day. The process is where you build the foundation for the future, and it's important to savor the small wins that accumulate, for they are the building blocks of something much bigger. Each step, no matter how small, is moving you towards something greater. And it's essential to appreciate those moments. Furthermore, when you focus on the process, you free yourself from the burden of unrealistic expectations. The product will come in time, but it won't come on your timeline. If you are constantly looking for a quick result, you'll find yourself discouraged and frustrated. By shifting your focus to the process, you become more adaptable and less concerned with external timelines. You have to understand that real growth doesn't happen in a straight line, and it doesn't always look the way you think it will. You learn to trust that the effort you put in today will eventually produce the results you seek, even if it takes longer than expected. Patience is not simply about waiting, it is the strength to stay engaged and focused while you wait. In a world where everything seems to be happening instantly, messages sent in a second, information available at the touch of a button, it can be challenging to understand the power of patience. But true power lies in your ability to maintain your commitment even when you don't see immediate results. Patience allows you to hold your ground when things feel uncertain, to endure the tough seasons without losing your faith. It's the ability to trust that what you are doing now is preparing you for something greater, even if you can't see the outcome yet. Patience also enables you to grow stronger in times of adversity. When you rush through challenges, you miss the lessons that come with them. Each difficult moment is an opportunity for refinement, improvement, but if you don't have the patience to stay through it, you'll never receive the reward. The strongest people are not those who avoid hardship, but those who stay steadfast in the midst of it. Every trial you face is building your endurance, shaping your character, and preparing you for bigger challenges ahead. Patience gives you the ability to take on those challenges without being shaken, knowing that you are being refined in the process. When you are patient, you also give yourself space to reflect. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to overlook what we are learning in the moment because we are too focused on moving forward. But patience allows you to pause, take stock of where you are, make the necessary adjustments to improve. It's in those quiet moments of waiting that clarity often comes. When you are patient, you can step back from the noise, refocus on your purpose, and you're reeling with your vision. Patience provides you with the mental space to make wise decisions and move forward with a sense of clarity and purpose. Patience allows you to trust in the timing of your life. So often we feel the pressure to rush toward our goals as though success is something that can be forced or manipulated. But patience reminds us that there is a perfect timing for everything, that there are seasons of sowing and seasons of reaping, and each has its purpose. When you can trust that your time will come, you free yourself from the anxiety of rushing and from the doubt that arises when things don't happen quickly. You begin to understand that your journey is uniquely yours and that you don't need to compare your progress to others. Patience teaches you that your path is unfolding exactly as it should. The real work in any journey, especially towards success, is always internal. We are quick to focus on external achievements, titles, awards, wealth, and recognition, but none of these things define who we truly are. Real transformation begins on the inside, in your mind, your heart, and your spirit. The way you think, the way you process emotions, and the way you handle adversity shapes the outcomes of your life far more than any external circumstances. If you are not aligned internally, no amount of success will satisfy you. The foundation of true greatness is built from within, not from external accolades. One of the most important aspects of internal work is self-awareness. Before you can change the world, you must first understand yourself. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are the things that hold you back? The answers to these questions come through reflection and introspection. It's not enough to just know what you want. You must understand the person you are becoming in the process. Internal growth requires honest self-examination and the courage to face your flaws, your fears, and your limitations. When you are aware of your own inner landscape, you are in a better position to make the necessary changes and decisions to move forward. True strength comes from emotional mastery. Life will throw challenges your way, and it's easy to react impulsively when things don't go as planned. But emotional maturity gives you the power to control your reactions even when situations feel out of control. The real work is learning how to navigate your emotions without letting them dictate your actions. Anger, frustration, disappointment, these emotions are natural, but they must be managed. Your ability to process and respond to emotions wisely determines how far you will go. Internal work is about mastering your emotions so they no longer hold you hostage or derail your progress. The internal work is also about cultivating a mindset of resilience. It's easy to quit when things get hard or when results don't come as quickly as expected. But the true test of your strength is in your ability to persevere even when you can't see the way forward. Resilience is built when you face hardships with a sense of determination, knowing that you are being molded for something greater. The setbacks you encounter are not there to break you, but to build you into someone who is capable of handling greater challenges. Internal strength isn't just about pushing through, it's about developing the mental and emotional tools to keep going when things get tough, knowing that every step forward is a victory. Setting new standards for yourself begins with the realization that growth is not about comparison to others, but about becoming the best version of yourself. Often we find ourselves measuring our success by the achievements or lifestyle of those around us. But the truth is, you cannot build a life based on someone else's blueprint. The journey you are on is uniquely yours, and the standards you set for yourself should reflect your own aspirations, values, and potential. It's time to stop looking sideways and start looking inward to determine what you truly want out of life. And then set your standards to align with that vision. When you set new standards, you elevate your expectations of what you are capable of achieving. It's easy to settle for what is comfortable or familiar, but doing so limits your growth. To achieve greatness, you must push beyond your current limitations. This requires you to dream bigger, to step outside of your comfort zone, and to expect more from yourself. The standards you set become the goals you strive for, and they drive you to take actions that are aligned with your highest potential. It's not about striving for perfection, it's about reaching for something greater than you've ever imagined, knowing that the pursuit itself will stretch you in ways you never thought possible. Setting new standards also means taking responsibility for your own success. You are the one in control of your life and your destiny. If you continue to live by the standards set by your past, you will never grow beyond what you have already accomplished. In order to move forward, you have to acknowledge that you are the architect of your own future. This doesn't mean that external circumstances won't influence you, but it does mean that you are choosing how you will respond and what you will allow in your life. When you set new standards, you are saying that you are ready to take full ownership of your path and refuse to settle for mediocrity. The power of setting new standards is that it forces you to step up to the plate. It's easy to be complacent when there are no clear markers for growth. But new standards create a measurable way to assess progress. They push you to evaluate your daily habits, your actions, and your mindset. You will find that when you set higher standards for yourself, you naturally begin to surround yourself with people who elevate you, seek out opportunities that challenge you, and adopt routines that support your vision. Your standards become the lens through which you see the world, and they determine how high you will soar. Trusting God's timing requires a deep faith that there is a plan unfolding in your life, even when you cannot see it. We often want things to happen on our schedule. We get anxious and frustrated when progress is slower than we expect, or when things seem to be taking too long. But trusting God's timing is understanding that He is working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet comprehend. It's about knowing that there is a perfect moment for everything, and your job is to remain patient, faithful, and obedient, trusting that His timing will align with your destiny. One of the hardest aspects of trusting God's timing is letting go of control. We live in a world that teaches us to make things happen, to push forward relentlessly and never stop striving. But there are moments in life when all the effort in the world will not change the outcome. These are the times when you must surrender your plans to God and trust that He knows what is best for you. When you try to force things before their time, you may miss out on opportunities that are designed to shape you into the person you need to be for what's to come. Trusting God's timing is about acknowledging that He sees the bigger picture, knows the precise moment when you will be ready for what He has in store. God's timing often requires us to wait through seasons of uncertainty. These are the moments when you may feel stuck, wondering why nothing seems to be happening. But it's in these waiting periods that God is preparing you for something greater. Just as the seed needs time to grow beneath the soil before it can break through and bear fruit, your dreams and desires need time to grow and develop before they can manifest in your life. Waiting is not wasted time. It is time for you to grow, to learn, and to develop the strength and character necessary for the blessings that are coming your way. Trusting God's timing means embracing the process of waiting without giving in to doubt or impatience. Finally, trusting God's timing is about letting go of comparison. It's easy to look at others and wonder why they are succeeding faster or achieving their goals sooner. But your journey is not their journey. God has a specific plan for you, and that plan may not look the same as anyone else's. When you trust His timing, you stop comparing your progress to others and start trusting that the doors that will open for you are perfectly aligned with His purpose for your life. Each person's path is unique, and there is no one-size-fits-all blueprint for success. Trusting God's timing means you are content with where you are, knowing that when the time is right, everything will come together in ways that will far exceed your expectations. Focusing on the why instead of the what shifts your perspective from mere outcomes to purpose. So often we get caught up in what the tangible result we're chasing. We focus on the goal, the material success, or the external achievement, and we forget to ask ourselves why we're striving for it in the first place. When you shift your focus to the why, you begin to understand that the pursuit of success isn't just about the destination, it's about the reason you started the journey in the first place. The why connects your actions to a deeper purpose, giving your efforts meaning that transcends any external reward. When you understand your why, it provides a strong foundation for your goals. The why is the fuel that keeps you going during tough times. when results are delayed or setbacks occur. If you are focused only on the what, you may lose sight of the importance of what you are doing and grow discouraged when things don't go according to plan. But when your motivation is rooted in a clear why, every challenge becomes an opportunity to deepen your commitment to your purpose. The why strengthens your resolve and helps you stay grounded even when external circumstances are not favorable. Focusing on the why also helps you maintain clarity and direction. When life gets busy or overwhelming, it's easy to get distracted by the noise and lose focus on what really matters. But your why acts as a compass, guiding you through uncertainty and ensuring that every decision you make aligns with your purpose. It serves as a constant reminder of your values, your passion, and the deeper meaning behind everything you do. When you are clear on why you are pursuing your goals, it becomes easier to navigate challenges and make choices that are in alignment with your true vision for your life. In addition, focusing on the why allows you to stay authentic to yourself. It is easy to get caught up in what others are doing or to measure your success by external standards. When you focus on your own why, you stay true to your unique purpose. You stop trying to fit into someone else's mold or follow someone else's path. Instead, you embrace the journey that is meant for you, understanding that your why is the foundation of your individuality. When you focus on the deeper purpose behind your goals, you free yourself from the pressure of comparison and find peace in knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. Persistence is the unshakable determination to keep moving forward no matter how many times you encounter obstacles. It's easy to get discouraged when the road ahead is long, when the progress is slow, or when setbacks seem to be happening one after another. But persistence is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who give up along the way. It's the ability to keep pushing even when the results are not immediate, when others may doubt you, or when circumstances make success seem far out of reach. Persistence teaches you that success is not just about talent or timing, it's about refusing to quit. The power of persistence lies in its ability to transform failure into opportunity. When you face challenges, you have two choices: give up or keep going. Those who choose persistence understand that every failure is not the end, but a lesson to be learned. They see setbacks as stepping stones, each one revealing something they didn't know before. Persistence allows you to view failure as a necessary part of the process, not a reason to stop. Each time you fall, persistence lifts you up, making you stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the next challenge. With persistence, you build resilience. The more you endure, the more you develop the inner strength to handle whatever life throws your way. Every time you persist through difficulty, you expand your capacity to overcome future struggles. Life is full of unpredictability, but with persistence, you learn to adapt, adjust, and keep moving. Resilience doesn't come from avoiding hardship. It comes from meeting it head on, learning from it, and finding the courage to keep going despite the odds. Persistence equips you with the mindset that no matter how hard the journey gets, you will not be broken. Persistence also fuels long-term success. Many people give up just before the breakthrough happens because they don't realize how close they are to reaching their goal. Success is often just around the corner, but it's those who are persistent enough to keep going that reach it. When you commit to persistence, you are investing in your future. You are setting yourself up for opportunities that will only come through consistent effort and refusal to quit. The journey may be long and the rewards may not come immediately, but persistence ensures that you will see your efforts bear fruit in due time.